Well, hello folks, welcome to another World Cup story series. I am the Custard Prophet and we're back managing a new club at the Qatar World Cup. It's almost over in real life, but certainly it's not almost over for us. We have to win the thing, surely, with someone other than England. And we've picked, rather than randomly selecting a team, we have picked a team because Argentina made it all the way through to the final. And my question is, can I do that in game? It's going to be a challenge. They have a tough route to get there. Maybe the groups is not the hardest to get out of. I'd expect them to beat Saudi Arabia. Mexico didn't look too scary, did they? And Poland, you know, they're a bit of a one-man team, aren't they, in some respects? So what you could say about Argentina, really. But that is the plan. We're not having any restrictions. We're just going at this to see whether we can take Argentina and win the World Cup with them. In terms of the squad, well, obviously this man is going to have an incredibly important role to play, and we will try and get the ball to him as much as we possibly can. In our tactic, we're going to play him on the right side because I think this position, I can't get it to work in Football Manager, so I do not want my best player to be sitting in a position that just doesn't work. We could play him there up top, but I think I want him dribbling. I think I want him trying to beat people, playing passes, those sort of things, getting involved in the play. I don't want him isolated up top. I don't want him in a position where, you know, for whatever reason, it just doesn't work. So this is where he's going to be sitting in our formation. But it's not just a one-man team. We have got some quality in here. As you can see, looking through the squad, the coaches think there's quite a few players in here who are at least 3.5 star, which is pretty good. The likes of Angel Di Maria will certainly be playing a role. He's 34 now. He's still got a lot of the physicals that you might need, so he'll be getting involved. The likes of Martinez, who's probably going to be leading the line for us, but also we've got Icardi and Dybala, so a bit of a load of riches up top. Further back, it's not maybe quite as strong. I mean, looking at the sort of more defensive players, we've got the likes of Lo Celso, who'll do a decent job, Paredes, and Enzo Fernandez, another decent player, as well as Guido Rodriguez, who is probably our best player in terms of what the coaches think in that role. Defensively, I think both left and right side of defence are a bit of a problem, but in the centre we have got Otamendi and Romero. So the old warhorse Otamendi and then the young buck Romero, 24-year-old Christian Romero at Spurs, looks a real quality player. I have to say, we have played a pre-season game against Paraguay, or pre-World Cup game against Paraguay. We got beaten 3-0, and these two just look like they'd never seen each other at all. So it's going to be interesting to see whether that is going to continue going forward. Tactically, this is what we're going for. I think this brings the best out in us. I think having more defensive players here, but having a deep line playmaker who can find the passes to these players. So I'm just a bit worried about having that big gap there and whether that will be a problem. But up here, we shouldn't have a problem creating chances. You know, that's the theory. And at the back, well, we're going to try and keep things fairly solid at the back. It was originally, I just went with the base control possession tactic, but that really didn't work against Paraguay. So we've kind of upscaled it a little bit to something that works. And as you can see, the likes of the left back, Acuna and Tagliafico, have been pretty ropey on the left side. Molina and Foyth on the right side, same. Can't get them involved in the matches really, and they look like they're making a lot of mistakes. Goalkeeper is another position where it could be a little bit better. We're going with Villas Martinez, but it wasn't the best selection really to choose from when you think of some of the great goalkeepers who are at this World Cup. Right, we're going to play in today's episode all 3 of the group games. Yes, I know, crazy stuff, but we're going to try and get through this in not too many episodes. Well, it might just be 1 if we go out in the group. So let's go and have a look at the group that we're in. As you all know, Saudi Arabia, Poland and Mexico. None of those are super scary, so that's good. And you can see the results that we had. Angel Romero absolutely destroyed us. He kept finding holes between Romero and Otamendi, and we just couldn't deal with him. And the wide players were terrible. Emi Martinez was useless as well. Some of the mistakes he made. So I don't know. Rodrigo de Paul, he is one player who is missing, who I probably would like to be involved, but he is out, unfortunately. The Atletico Madrid wide man. So he was a decent player who could play in a bunch of different places, but we've got a lot of players who can come in there, so it's not the end of the world. We did beat the Dutch 2-1, Otamendi with a goal and Correa off the left side, but again that was far from convincing as well. We played well in the second half, but the first half we were creating nothing. So ideally against Saudi Arabia, Poland and Mexico, we want to start quickly and then go from there. Let's go and play Saudi Arabia. So this is the team that we're going to be starting with. It's not necessarily the strongest team, but we're putting a few of the youngish legs out there, shall we say. So up top, we're going to be is Martinez. Correa, Alvarez is going to be playing in the shadow striker role with Messi alongside him. I mean, Dybala could be playing in there. Di Maria could be playing in there. But neither are. And down back here, we've got Lo Celso and Paredes. There's many players who could potentially come in there, but we've got to think about all the matches we've got to play. And then the back line, Acuna and Molina are the wide players with Romero and Otamendi, Martinez in goal. Let's see how we do. We may be changing this fairly quickly. Already looking like we're putting the pressure on them. Lo Celso, lovely ball through, and I mean, I do not know how he found Correa, but probably the wide left midfielder should have done a bit better. Well, here we go. Acuna into Alvarez. Paredes just picked it up here. Lo Celso to Acuna. Lovely ball in, and Martinez gets himself on the score sheet. So great start. And that's pleasing because I was hoping for him to get a little bit of confidence and do the job leading the line there rather than maybe one of the other players. I think he's probably the type of player you might want up there. I mean, he really concentrated on that, didn't he? Sort of really watched the ball into the back of the net from 2 yards out. So, half time, 1-0. We've looked comfortable. That's pretty good. I don't think we need to make any changes yet. We've not really seen Messi on a 6.4. He's playing an inside forward role. We're trying to get him the ball as much as we can, but I guess he's been well marshalled by the Saudis. Not ideal. Here's Acuna. Ball in. Messi tries to get on the end of it. A little messy. And there we go. Martinez with the second goal. That might be offside though. It's not. 2-0. Very nice. So good. Comfortable opening. That's what we like to see. So a couple of changes in. We're bringing Correa on for Correa, and Di Maria's coming on for Alvarez. So just a few more fresh legs on now. Messi has got a free kick though. So what's he going to do here? Oh, what a free kick. Done nothing all match, but scores a worldie of a free kick. So that's 3-0. We're going to make some changes now and get some tired legs off the pitch. Right, 3 changes. Pizzala is coming on in place of Cristian Romero. Messi has gone off and we're bringing Dybala on. It's not a bad replacement, is it? And Tagliafico's coming in at left back for Acuna, who's been really good. So after me criticising the left backs, we've had a really good performance from one of them. So we're playing it around here. Nice, careful build-up, and then Lo Celso just smashes it up to Molina. Molina in, and Martinez hits. I think the corner of where the post and upright meet, absolute cracking header. So running down the left side, Tagliafico's got it. Otamendi. Looks like a chance might be coming here if the highlight's still going. Molina does well. No one's putting any pressure on them. It's very, very easy for the Argentinians. I mean, a bit of a hospital pass there, but Di Maria's got it here, and this would be helpful for him to get a goal as well, and he has. And Angel Di Maria made the run perfectly, scores the goal. I mean, as we sort of just look at a potential chance here for Saudis, it's been a solid opening. And not much to say criticism-wise. I think the defence have just shut up shop, won the ball back when they needed to, and actually we looked creative enough up front. And I didn't see any problem with the connection between the forwards and the midfields, which is kind of what I was worried about. Or the Pizzala, this is, I mean, what are you doing, man? This is not the best bit of play in the world, but beautiful ball. Here's the hat-trick option, and Martinez, he gets a hat-trick, and he's definitely cemented his place as the key man up top, hasn't he? Messi's gone off, and it's Martinez that's ruled the roost in this match. But here may be a chance for the... no, thought the Saudis weren't going to get on the end of that, and they've pushed too many players forward, and here he goes again. Martinez, it's all on his own. Is he going to find something? No. Hits the top of the net, but wow, what a performance this has been from the Argentinians. They've really laid down a marker. Not the hardest side to play against, but you know, there's some good performances across the board there, and a Messi free kick, which always helps. So some changes actually since the last game, just to give a few players a little bit of a rest, some tired legs already. So we have replaced Molina for Foyth, who's Molina was looking a little bit tired, as was centre-back Romero. We've just taken him out. Lo Celso is stepping out. Fernandez, we're going to see what he can do in there. Enzo Fernandez. And up top, Di Maria has stepped in for... Alvarez, who didn't really get going, but other than that, it's all the same. We're keeping things pretty much as we did in the last one. See how we get on against Poland. It's going to be a sterner test. Obviously, we've got the difficulty of Lewandowski up top. You can see Mexico just beaten Saudi Arabia, but Poland beat Mexico 3-0 fairly comfortably as well. So this is an important one. If we want to get through this group, it'd be slightly embarrassing if we don't, but if we want to get through this group, we need to make sure that we get a decent result here against Poland. Both sides are going to be coming into this with a lot of positive energy. Well, early days, it looks like Poland are having the chance, but Otamendi clears it, and I think he finds his own clearance, which is pretty nice. And then up to Courier down this left side, who's played pretty well in the first game. Just drags it back into Courier again. Now he's played the ball in. And Martinez, is that offside? I was going to say, Martinez has started this World Cup on fire. Puts a hat-trick out in the first game, and then he's got the ball in the back of the net after just 1 minute 50 seconds in this game. Is it going to count? Is disallowed? Disappointing. Would have been a very, very nice start. Well, we've not seen many shots, not been many chances at all. Very cagey game. And Di Maria completely loses the pass there. But, oh my God. And that is why he is the GOAT. Wow. Lewandowski just... He picks the ball up from a terrible Di Maria pass. Dawdles on it for a second, but... Paradis just about gets hold of that, and Messi just sneaks up behind the defender as he's controlled it, and just uses his control as a sort of to set him up for the goal. So he's hit one in the top right hand corner, one in the top left hand corner. He's quite good, this Messi bloke, isn't he? So second half, and the first half was we've got the goal. In fact, we had a couple of goals. We looked pretty good in front of goal. So I mean, that's pleasing, but we just not created that much. And I think long balls out to Messi like that aren't really the best idea, but he's coming in. Here he goes. Oh, and that's not the finish I was expecting after that little run. So a couple of changes. Acuna is looking a little tired. Tagliafico's on for him. And other changes. Paradis is looking again a little bit tired. So Rodrigo is coming in the centre. Well, Gomez coming in and Dybala also. So with 4 changes now. We're not really creating much up top, so it sort of makes sense to do this. Oh, it's a corner. Messi's going to take it. 4 minutes. They've given it to Messi. He's going to create... Oh, what a bit of play that is. Alejandro Homer, if I can say it, scores a cracker from the edge of the area. We've not really played that well today, and we've got a 2-1 win out of this. So Messi just... I mean, it was well cleared by the goalkeeper, but by the defender. It went straight back to Messi, and obviously he's going to find somebody. And it opened up for Gomez, didn't it? Well, there we go. Lovely play from Argentina. Didn't need to do much to get over the line with that one. It was tighter than it needed to be, I think. Need to be a bit more creative and need to think about who we have in that role. Maybe Gomez is the player in there. This is Dybala. Well, Martinez got an early goal, but he didn't. It didn't count, and he didn't really kick on from that. So I think that's actually won us the group, but we've definitely qualified now. But are we going to qualify top? Let's go forward and play the final group game against Mexico. So here we go. We're having to juggle things a little bit. We've got Otamendi and Tagliafico both suspended for this match. I'm not quite sure how they managed to do that, but it does mean we're a little bit lacking on the at the back, especially as Foyth and Pizzala both looking a little bit injured as well, as is Asuna. We can't actually do this. So the team that we're going with is this one. Martinez is leading the line again. Gomez is just behind him after a good match in the last one. We've swapped the couriers on the left side. We have Joaquim, is it? Yeah. Messi staying in on the right. He's going to have a half. We'll take him over at half time. And then Fernandez and Paradis just behind them. And the back line, which is really looking a little bit different. Lisandro Martinez, Romero, Molina with Martinez in goal. So we don't really have any other defenders here. Maybe we should have bought an extra defender, particularly as we've lost those two. And I don't know who else we can put there. Yeah, we don't really have too many other options. So that's a bit of a mistake on my part, but hopefully this is as bad as it gets. So we can still go out here. We can still go out absolutely. We just need to not lose against Mexico. I think otherwise it has to be a massive goal shift, so they have to absolutely smash us, which I don't think is going to happen, but you just never know. So like a 3-0 win or something. But let's see if we can hold them off. We've got a weakened back line, and that's not what we need here. Lisandro Martinez, not really the quality centre back that we need in there. But we've got Romero, who's going to have to do some decent quality defending. Well done. And that was Correa just tracking his man there, stopping the pass, and Mexico had to go back. But they've done well here. They almost passed it through us. It's Messi with the ball. He's lost it. The whole team went forward, and it's Raul Jimenez here. Gets hold of it. It's an interesting period of play. Lozano, and it's over the top. In the end, it was just a bit of a mess. Old man Ochoa pumps it forward, and it's Martinez who picks it up. Messi, you don't want him to keep losing it. Paradis, Molina. I mean, he's the best player in the world. Do not lose the ball. Beautiful pass. Oh, I thought he'd find Gomez. I didn't think it was possible not to find him from how good that pass was, but Mexico pushing forward. Looks like they're creating the chances, and it's into the bottom corner. A lovely finish from Carlos Rodriguez, and this is not what we had in the books. So yeah, Mexico started this one well, and they, the best chances have gone to them. But here's Messi, Gomez. Messi's not found a pass at all. Martinez and Ochoa, he looked like he was flying for a minute there. That was never going in. I still think we're not in any trouble. We're still top of the group. It's just what's going on elsewhere. Here's Messi though again. Chance for Messi. He scored 2 goals in each of the games so far. Over the top this time. He's not going to be on the pitch for much longer though. Well, half time, we're 1-0 down. This is not what we want. Messi staying on. Looks like Saudis and Poland are drawing at the minute, but here's Messi. He's got the ball. And oh, well done, Correa at the far place. And what was Sanchez doing? I mean, Correa came in running like a train there, but oh, that was good. That was good. Messi is now coming off at this point, and we're going to replace him. Who can we play on that right side? So everyone can play there, apparently. Do we put Dybala on? He's not played that much football. We'll put Dybala on there. So can we nick the victory here? Against a decent Mexican side. Let's not beat around the bush there. The Polish side and the Mexican side, they've got some good players. Here's Dybala. We look much more confident now in this second half. Into Martinez. Correa. Gomez didn't quite find the pass. Dreadful pass there. And here's Correa, who started well, you have to say. Herrera though. Raul Jimenez, so they trying to engineer a break. And we've done really well to win that back. 2 Argentinians converging on them. Here's Gomez. Dybala, ball through. It's Martinez. And it's into the bottom of the net. And Lautaro Martinez makes it 2-1. And that's his 4th goal. So I'm pretty pleased with his contribution so far. So a couple of tired legs, players with tired legs coming off. Asuna and Paradis off. Rodriguez and Pizarro on. Lisandro Martinez just moved to the left side now. A couple more changes to make a little bit later on. But pretty pleased. We've come back after a bit of a slow start again. We're scoring goals, which is the important thing. We're not really conceding goals. So it's been a very positive group game, and once this is over, I'm pretty sure we've almost definitely qualified now. Even if we concede a couple of goals here, it's still very much in the books, and we'll have a look at who we're going to be playing and what the other groups look like, who's gone through, those sort of questions. Martinez, and that was a beautiful run there. I think he might have timed it a little bit wrong, but it's disallowed. Shame. Martinez isn't playing right on the edge. So Brighton's McAllister coming on for Enzo Fernandez, and Icardi's gone up top. And I think that's pretty much everyone in the squad, apart from the goalkeepers, getting a game. So Icardi's won that very nicely, and that's what you kind of get with him, isn't it? Correa into Rodriguez. Oh no, it's Buendia. Buendia hasn't played. You think, what's he playing? Why is he here? Well, there was a few injuries which meant it was lovely, and Icardi gets on the score sheet. That is good. To have someone we can bring off the bench of Icardi's quality, that will be excellent. So, as we sort of move close to the end of the match, we've played 3 games in the group stages, won all 3, looked pretty clinical actually, looked pretty good. We haven't blown teams away by any means, but we've done what we've needed to do to get a result. And here's McAllister flailing about in the middle, not losing the ball. What you do, well, I suppose it doesn't really matter at this stage as long as you don't give the ball away. Is Gomez, and just goes for Icardi and well controlled 4-1. And Icardi's just put a little slip under my door there, saying, well, yeah, don't forget about me, mate. Don't forget about me. And there we go, a 4-1 victory in the third group game. And you got to say, yet again another slow start, but once we got going, we were electric. So let's have a quick run through the groups, how things went. Top group, Holland undoubtedly qualified top of that. Senegal with the other team going through. It's kind of interesting. Qatar did manage a victory against Senegal, which is pretty mad, but yeah, there we go. USA finishing top of the group against England. Wow, must have beaten England. Very, very nice. Argentina obviously top, and Poland were the other team who qualified for that group. France and Denmark, so we now know we're going to be playing Denmark. France obviously comfortable victors in their group. Spain and Germany through in Group E, no surprises there. Germany coming a little bit behind Spain. In Group F, Belgium finished above Croatia. But you'd expect those two to come through from there. And finally, Brazil and Switzerland qualifying from Group G. That's pretty much expected. Ghana finishing above Portugal in Group H. That's an interesting one. So this is the second round matches. We're going to be playing Denmark in our match, but there's some other crackers in there. Holland, England. Wow, what a last 16 match that would be. Senegal, USA, Poland, France, Spain, Croatia, Portugal, Brazil. Wow. Belgium, Germany, another biggie there. Ghana against Switzerland. So join us very shortly for the knockout phases where we see if Argentina can get all the way through to the final and win the thing. I'll hopefully see you then. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.